Belgians Chapter 3 Leisure and Pleasure. Leisure. Just as in other Western European countries, the people of Belgium have more and more leisure time. Altogether, including Saturdays and holidays, paid bank holidays, 10 per year, at least 20 days per year, and a variety of other days off, this working amount to 150 non-working days per year. There are many hours of pure leisure as are spent on job-related activities. The week, 168 hours, is divided up on average as follows: 60 hours sleep, 40 hours work, 34 hours semi-leisure time, and 30 hours pure leisure time. Spending on leisure activity continues to increase. Approximately one-fifth of available income is spent on leisure activities in the broadest sense of the word, making it the third largest category, after housing and food. There are striking differences between the social classes here. The higher the income, the larger the proportion spent on leisure activities. Farmers spend 10% on their income on leisure. Among those who are not economically active, manual workers, traders, white-collar workers, employees, and those in liberal professions, it is higher. These last three groups spend more on leisure activities than food. So rich people don't pay much food. Leisure activities. Fleming spent on average of 135 minutes watching television every day, and Walloons 150 minutes. Leisure activities in Flanders, 1983 as a percentage of the Flemish population between the age of 15 and 65. Reading, newspapers, 83%, 83.5. Weekly magazine, 71%. Magazine, 74. Books, 53. Hobbies, gardening, 40. Handicraft, 35. House plant care, cult, etc. 27%. DIY home maintenance, 26. Photography, film, slides, 30%. Cars and motor maintenance, 9.7. Collecting, 7.3. Woodwork, 7.2. Music making, 4.6. 3.3. Scientific hobby, 3.1. Painting the plastic art. Game, quizzes, 6.8. Cards, 56.2. Chess, 8. Drought, 16. Other game, 9. Video games, 9.1. Other, 28.8. Social family, visiting family, 95. Visiting friend, 92. Visiting neighbors, 52.3. Commercial entertainment, cafe, pub, 71. Restaurant, 62. Dancing, 46. Ball, party, 48. Variety, 7. Funfair, 58. Circus, 4. Parade, 30. Annual show, 56. Local event, festival, cultural entertainments, 20. Cinema, 32. Theater, 21. Concert, 15. Ballet, 3.9. Opera, 3. Visiting a museum, 18. Visiting an exhibition, 25. An exhibition club. Hobby-based club, 5. Sport club, 18. Socio-cultural club, 18. During the weekend, more time is spent in front of the television than during the week. Many clubs clock up for the same number of hours as women. The higher the educational level of the viewer, the less time is spent watching television, both during the week and at the weekend. Pensioners and the unemployed spend between half an hour and an hour watching television. Uh, Longer watching television than the average Flemish viewer. Manual worker watch more than white-collar worker than the self-employed. On average, people in Flanders listen to the radio to 4 hours a day, both during the weekend and both during the week and the weekend. Women listen more than men, and young people more than their elders. Reading. Approximately 85% of all people in Flanders read a newspaper, at least sometimes. One in two do so every day. 1 in 2 do so every day. 7 out of the 10 Fleming read a magazine of some kind now and then. Women more often than men, and young people more than their elders. Only about half of them ever read a book. This is closely linked with the age and education. People read less and less as they grow older, and the higher the education, the more they read. Redu, the village of books, is a small village in Wallonia with barely 400 inhabitants, but it has 23 bookshops, 10 craft workshops, 5 art galleries, and about 10 little cafes. Every year, this little village celebrates its new release of Life with a Book Weekend. When it comes second-hand, book dealers and everyone interested in their wares. Interesting. Hobbies and games. Over the last 20 years, interest in hobbies of various kinds has increased sharply because people have more time for them nowadays. This is particularly true of women. Also, many of today's hobbies were formerly regarded as semi-leisure activity. Approximately 2 out of every 3 Fleming from 15 to 64 years of age occasionally play a board or a card game. Card games are the most popular. 1 in 10 have played a quiz game at least once, and about the same number of people play chess or video games. About 1 in 6 plays the occasional game of draught. In the commercial entertainment category, café, pubs, and restaurants are the most popular venues, with 72 and 62%, respectively. Figures for 1983. Funfair annual show and market also attract about 60% of the population. Gastronomy. Belgium have always been among the leading lights in the field of gastronomy. Flemish Benedictines invented beer. Charles de Lecluse, a Fleming generally known as Clusius, played an important part in the introduction of the potato all over the world. All cookery books often contain references to Belgium, and today Belgium is still among the leaders of modern haute cuisine. Belgium has many Michelin stars and per head of population has as many Michelin stars per head of population as France. The gastronomic delight of Belgium enjoy international fame. Throughout the country, there are excellent restaurants dedicated to the art of fine eating. Local dishes figure prominently on the menu. On the coast, the most prized dishes are those featuring North Sea fish and shellfish. Thousands of restaurants, great and small, prepare the harvest of the year of the sea in every way known to man. The Ardennes are famous above all for their fresh trout and crayfish. As far as as meat is concerned, beef, pork, and lamb are the most popular. In the hunting season, venison and wild boar are served in various forms in forested regions like the Ardennes, and partridge, pheasant, quails, rabbits, and hare are served all over Belgium. Local ingredients are often combined with foreign produce for these dishes. Traditional dishes made from ancient recipes are also famous, such as Jens waterzooi, a kind of chicken stew, Vlaamse stewed meat in a sauce often prepared with brown beer, ale in green sauce with parsley, lemon, and variety of herbs, and rabbit with prunes. The national drink of Belgium is beer. Countless breweries produce a vast range of popular beers, and a number of monasteries brew the famous Pater beers, e.g. Orval and Westmalle. Belgium ranks among the world leaders for both production and consumption of beer. Around 1985, Belgium's beer output was the 17th largest in the world at 14 million hectoliters. It was produced by 107 breweries. At the turn of the century, there was as many as 3,400. Together employing a workforce of 10,000. There are 3,000 beer wholesalers and 37,000 publicans and 60,000 other cafe catering establishments whose livelihood is closely linked with the brewery sector. Together, they provide 3.25% of employment in Belgium. The number is different Belgian beer is estimated at between 350 and 600. Nowhere in the world will you find such a rich variety. Belgium, beer paradise, is no empty slogan. There are also about 80 different types of cheese, proportionally more than in France, the Netherlands, and Switzerland combined. And of course, Belgium chocolate are reputed to be the best in the world. There are more than 400 different kinds. Then there are countless varieties of cakes, pancakes, gâteaux, and tarts, as well as the famous Brussels and Liège waffles. Oh, a picture very blurry about people doing a party. Oh, now festivals in Belgium. Let's go. Holy oh. Carnival, Binche, Aalst, Malmedy, Eupen, Hasselt, Stavelot. Dead Rats Ball, Ostend. European Youth Music Festival, Neerpelt. Hans Wake Procession, Mechelen. Holy Blood Procession, Bruges. Procession of the Cats, Ypres. International Hot Air Balloon Meeting, Serroux-Mousti. Traditional Shrimp Parade, Oostdunkerde. International Shrimp Parade, Hainaut Flower Show in a different town each time. Ommegang, Historical Pageant in Brussels. Rock Festival, Torhout Ruechter. Boat Paradise, Blessing of the Sea, Ostend. World Folklore Festival, Schoten. Ghent Festival, Ghent. Bilberry Festival and Witch Sabbath, Vielsalm. Sphinx Festival, Boschut. Penance Procession, Veurne. Fall Festival, Branouter. Flanders Water Festival, Berlard. Harvest Festival, Rochehaut. International Dodentocht, Bornem. Theater Festival, Spa. Pater's Call Festival, Ghent. Markrock, Leuven. International Military Tattoo, Hasselt. International Folk Festival, Jambes. Grappe Festival, Overhaze. Pageant of the Golden Tree. Bruges. Bocrake Festival and Rockrake. Mol. Peace Peasant. Peace Festival. Sint-Nicolas. Wallon Festival. Oui, Namur, Liège. Ivo van Damme Memorial Event, Bruxelles. Open Monument Date, throughout Belgium. Bruegel Festival, Bruxelles. Festival of the Giant, Otigny, Louvain-la-Neuve. Strip Festival, Ghent. Diamond Hours, Antwerp. Night of the Proms, Antwerp. ICC Tennis Tournament, Antwerp. Walnut Fair, Bastogne. Holidays. Many people today that a holiday feel that a holiday is, they right, almost an essential part of life. Some people live for their annual holidays, and Grand Tour, Adventure Holiday, and Funfair are growing more and more popular among the people. A holiday is defined as at least 4 consecutive nights spent away from home for recreational purpose. A short holiday or short break is at least 1 and no more than 3 nights away from home. For the same purpose, a day's trip is recreational excursion of approximately 1 day without an overnight stay. In 1988, 66% of the Belgian population went on holiday, 64% in the summer, April-September, and 11% in the winter, October-March. 70 summer holidays and 30 winter holidays are clubbed up for every 100 Belgian, which is 1.48 holidays per holiday maker. Most holiday makers opt to stay in a hotel, 31%, or to rent accommodation, 27%, while 30% go camping. Most travel by car, 30% by plane, and another 20% by coach, and 8% by train. The average length of a holiday is 49, 59 in the summer, and 10.9 in the winter. The second half of July is the busiest holiday period. The average holiday parties comprises 3.4 persons. One holiday in 4 is a seaside today. One holiday in 10 is spent in the mountains, and one in 20 is a cultural or winter sport holiday. The Swedes, Norwegian, and the Swiss go on holiday. The most often, significantly, they live on the country which the highest GNP per inhabitant. The Dutch, British, Danes, and French also score high in this respect, while the Belgians come fairly low in the holiday stakes. In 1988, 18% of the population did not go on any kind of holidays. In Wallonia, that was 30%. In the Brussels region, 40%, and 12% in the Flanders. The number of foreign holidays increased by 40% between 1982 and 1988. In 1987, the people of Belgium paid 8% of their total household expenditure on restaurant, cafe, and hotel, excluding spending on alcohol. Almost 1 in 3 holidays are spent in a hotel. The use of the car for holidays has dropped from 69% in 1982 to 62% in 1988. Holidays participation in some West European countries around 1987 as a percentage. Norway 78, Switzerland 75, Sweden 71, the Netherlands 70, United Kingdom 61, Denmark 60 and 55, France FRG 57, Belgium 56, Finland 50, Italy 46, Spain 45, 38, Austria Holiday options. 2/3 of all holidays in 1988 were spent outside Belgium. France, Spain, and Italy were the most popular among Belgian holidays makers. These three countries together accounted for 60% of all holidays destinations. On the domestic front, the most popular tourist area are the coast and the Ardennes. Almost one-fifth of all holidays are spent on the coast, 8% in the Ardennes and 3% in the Canton. In 1988, almost 1 in 5 Belgians took a short holiday, 14% in the summer and 7% in the winter. 26 short holidays were taken for every 100 inhabitants, with 18 in the summer and 8 in the winter. Just over 60% of these were spent in Belgium, mostly in a hotel. The average duration of these short breaks was 2.2 nights. In 1988, 60% of the Belgian population went on day trip, 1 in 2 in the summer and 1 in 5 in the winter. The average number of day trips per participant was 4. Almost all day trips were to destinations inside Belgium, with the coast as the most popular choice. Towns renowned for their art, fun park and recreation domains also attracted many visitors. Breakdown of Belgian holidays and recreation market in 1988. 62% of the population took one or more holidays or short breaks, plus day trips in some cases. 20% took day trips only, 80% stayed home. Graphic. Foreign holiday destination as a percentage in 1988. France 30%, Spain 20%, Italy 10%, Austria 6.4%, West Germany 4.9%, Switzerland 4.9%, and 23.4% for other countries. Winter holidays. In 1988, 11% of the Belgian population took a long holidays and 6% a short holidays in the winter. 13 out of every 100 inhabitants were taken in the winter. Over the last decade, the proportion of winter holidays has increased sharply. Approximately 18% of the Belgian population own mountain walking boots, 7% have ski boots, 4% alpine ski, and 3% cross-country ski. Winter holidays are taken most frequently by younger people and those in higher income group and the profession. Tourism. Tourism is booming in Belgium. Tourism showed 5% in growth in 1988, 11% growth in 1989, and 2% in 1990. Nights spent by tourists in Belgium rose from 30.6 million in 1984 to 36.8 million in 1990, 72% of which were in Flanders, 20% in Wallonia, and 10% in Brussels. Belgian tourists accounted for 65% of the overnight stays, and tourists from neighboring countries 26%. Of all our foreign visitors, the Dutch are the tourist industry best customers. The balance of tourist trade saw that every year the people of Belgium spend more on foreign travel than foreign tourists spend in Belgium. Nevertheless, earnings from tourists make a substantial contribution to state finances. In 1980, foreign tourists spent 123.4 billion BF in our country. Add to this almost the Belgian franc, le franc belge. Add to this the amount spent by the Belgians themselves on holiday trip in their own country, and we arrive at a total expenditure of 160 billion BF. Two trends can be observed Regarding employment in tourism, the number of independent operators in the sector is declining from 64,000 in 1969 and 44,000 in 1990, while the number of people employed in catering, travel agencies, and local authority tourist and recreation service is increasing from 37,000 in 1969 to 133,000 in 1919. In other words, there is a trend towards larger scale operations. Number of nights spent by tourists in Belgium 1990. 65% Belgian, 26% neighboring countries, 9% other countries. Nights spent in Belgium by foreign tourists as a percentage 90. 37% from the Netherlands, 15% from West Germany, 10% from United Kingdom, 10% from France, 5% from USA, 3% Italy, 2% Spain, 17% other countries. Tourist area. The two most popular tourist areas in Belgium are the coast and the Ardennes. The coast is one long beach stretching for 65 kilometers, taking in 15 seaside towns, each with its own individual character. Its sandy beaches are the ideal children's playground. The beaches never shelve suddenly into deep sea, and lifeguards watch over the bathers as they play in the shallow water. Sunbather will find that they want to. The iodine and salt of the Belgian coast will help you to tan faster there than in southern Europe. The Ardennes in southeast Belgium are a region of unspoiled nature with expansive deciduous woods and pine forests, hills and valleys and wild rivers. The area has rich variety of flora and fauna, picturesque villages, and the valley, whereas the tradition and folklore are still alive. Belgium is an ideal country for day excursion. A visit to one of the historical towns is a delightful way of learning something about the history of our country. For tourists who prefer to be out of the countryside, there is a wide range of nature reserves, zoos, and recreation parks. In 1990, the coast accounted for 44% of the nights spent by tourists in Belgium, the Ardennes 60%, the Kempen 50%, and the Art Town, Antwerp, Bruges, Brussels, Ghent, Leuven, Liège, Mechelen, Tournai, and Tongeren 50%. Foreign tourists account for 92% of the nights spent by tourists in the art towns, 1990. The coast accounts for almost half of all nights spent by tourists in Belgium. That's 1990. 60% of nights are spent in hotels and campsites, 1990. Evolution of the number of nights spent by tourists in the main tourist area, 1980 to 90 in thousands. It went from 25 to 35,000. That's around all, everything increased. So, and it's mostly coast, then Ardennes, then Art Towns, then Kempen, then others. We can see a kayak taking two images. Alors, sport. In 1969, about half of the male population, 63%, had ever played a sport. In 1989, that had risen to 72%. Participation in sport among the over 30s has also increased from 90% in 1969 to 55% in 1989. The sharpest increase came between 1970 to 80, sparked off by the many sport promotion campaigns set up during that period under the Sport for Everyone policy. More women are also taking part in sport. In 1969, 25% of the women in Belgium had ever played a sport. In 1989, that figure has risen to 66%. Participation in sport after the age of 30 increased over the same age period from 9% to 43%, also showing the sharpest uprising between 1970 and 80. Swimming pool in the Residence Palace in Brussels. We can see a very beautiful swimming pool. Among men over 30, swimming was the most popular sport in 1969 and 1979. Today it is football. Tennis is also growing in popularity. Among women over 30, swimming, gym, cycling, walking and tennis are among the most popular sports. Approximately 34% of Belgian adults are seriously interested in sport. The Euro 12 average is 31%. Almost 3 Fleming out of 4 match the sport views on the television. 1 in 5 Belgium belong to a sport group. Interest in sport. 9 out of 10 Belgium claim to have been interested in sport at some time. Which of these sports are you seriously interested in? 1989 as a percentage. So we can see Belgium, some part apart with Belgium and apart with Euro 12. Football 35%, as much as Euro 12. Cycling 27%, and Euro 12 is 15. Tennis is 25. Euro 12 is 26. Swimming is around 21, and in Euro 12 it's 25. Athletics is the same, it's 15 around. Gymnastics is little bit in Euro 12 and 15 also. Horse riding is the same than Euro 12 and it's 10. Sports programs on the radio and television are very popular and both attract high rating. Football leads the field in this respect. Television coverage of the World Cup in Mexico and Italy had hundreds and thousands of viewers glued to the screen, and for many matches the viewing figure topped 25%. There is always overwhelming interest in the matches played by the Belgian national team, the Red Devils. Cycling. Cycling is very popular in Belgium. The Flanders have made history in the Tour of France as top cyclist Eddy Merckx as its a national hero. Every important cycling race is broadcast directly on radio and television. Amateur cycling is also very popular among ordinary people. On Sunday morning, local cycling clubs are out in force on the road of Belgium. We can see some cycling people behind the Atonium. The press. Today, 1992, 28 different daily newspapers are published in Belgium, 12 in Dutch, 15 in French, and 1 in German. That is 24 titles fewer than in 1945. The titles have had survived today belong to 10 newspaper groups. In 1945, there were 43 groups controlling 53 titles. Ownership is therefore heavy political and financial pressure often played a decisive role in takeover battle for daily newspaper. The Belgium daily paper have moved from private family ownership to ownership by public companies. The two largest groups are the Vlaamse Uitgevers Maatschappij, which has 32% of the Dutch language market, and Russell N.V. with 54% of the French language market. In 1990, the total daily print run of all daily papers together amounted for about 2,130,000 copies. 59% of which were Dutch language paper, 41% French language, and 0.6% German newspaper. Approximately 85% of the Belgian population read a newspaper at least occasionally, and just over half of the population older than 15 do so every day. Men more than women. Over the last 2 decades, between 1970 and 1990, the total Belgian daily newspaper prints run dropped about 60%. The French language paper were 33% down, German language paper 10% down, and the Dutch language paper maintained the same level of sales. This downturn has caused to a certain extent by a general tightening of the belt in many families, also by increasing population on other media. A radio and television in particular. To combat a dwindling readership, newspaper editors have been changing both the form and the content of existing titles over recent years. Some papers give the layout a radical facelift in such an attempt to rejuvenate their circulation. Others have introduced color picture or a handier format or include special supplement, e.g. sport or local news. Traditionally, the Belgian daily newspapers have clear political allegiance but are not controlled by any political party. The various daily papers also show broad similarities. The Belgian press also publish a wide range of periodicals offering everything from pure fact to considered opinion. From parish magazine to specialist scientific journals, children comics and women magazines, together this amount for some 8,000 titles. Belgium spent an average of 34 minutes reading our own paper. One Belgian into over the age of 15 read a paper every day. Broadcasting. Radio and television broadcasting has developed enormously over the last 3 decades, evolving into an important provider of information, education and entertainment with a profound influence on the lifestyle of people. Belgium's geographical location in the heart of Europe has been a great stimulus for the development of communication throughout the country. In the electronic world, Belgian telephone technology enjoyed international renown. The first television pictures were beamed into Belgium living room 35 years ago. In 1990, there were 3,300,000 TV sets in Belgium, one for every 3 inhabitants. With 95% of the country served by cable distribution, Belgium has the highest density cable network in the world. Radio started out as a private initiative. The first radio stations were set up in the 1920s. In the 30s, a public broadcasting authority was set up, which employed a virtual monopoly and was only required to grant a limited amount of broadcasting time to the so-called Broadcasting Association. The new broadcasting law of 80 May 1960 was a minor revolution. The greater autonomy of the new broadcasting organization, now the BRTN and RTBF, was an important achievement. Prior government censorship was now no longer possible. The new broadcasting institutions were given a threshold task: the provision of information, education, and entertainment. In the course of the 80s, 3 decrees were enacted governing private radios and television. Belgium has a great number of commercial radio stations, mainly broadcasting locally. The launching of the commercial television channel VTM and RTL TVI at the end of the 80s was an event which has to leave far-reaching consequences and succeeded in turning the television world upside down. The average time spent watching television rose between 1980 to 1990 from just under 2 hours a day to 2 hours 15 minutes average time spent listening on the radio, from 2.5 hours to 3.5 hours. 22% of families have at least 2 TV sets. The Belgian media landscapes. There are 6 national and semi-national television channels in Belgium, 3 Dutch language and 3 French. Both Flanders and Wallonia have 2 public broadcasting television channels, and one commercial. There are also a number of regional television corporations. Today, early 1992, radio broadcasting has 9 national and semi-national public broadcasting networks, 4 Dutch language, 4 French, and 1 German, plus hundreds of local stations financed mainly by wholly by advertising. There are 3 broadcasting corporations: the BRTN, Dutch language broadcasting, the RTBF, French language, and the BRF, German language. These corporations operate according to the rules drawn up by the Community Council, based on the principle of cultural autonomy, pluralism, freedom of information, and unbiased news reporting. The broadcasting corporations each have their own operating budget. Flanders has 2 television channels controlled by the Public Broadcasting Corporation and the BRTN. Each French language opposite number. The RTBF also had 2 television channels. At the end of the 1980s, they were joined by the domestic commercial channels. The VTM for Flanders, which was launched on 1st February 1989, and for French-speaking viewers, the RTL TVI, which went on the air on 5 June 1987 as a subsidiary of the RTL in Luxembourg. VTM programs are broadcast exclusively over the cable network in Flanders and Brussels with no aerial transmission. RTL TV programs are broadcast over the cable and by aerial transmission from Luxembourg. In Flanders, there is a clear division between public broadcasting, BRTN, and commercial broadcasting, VTM. The BRTM is allowed to broadcast commercial advertising on the radio, but not on the television. VTM has a monopoly of television advertising. In Wallonia, there is no such division, and the RTBF Public Broadcasting Corporation carries advertising on both radio and television. The RTBF and the commercial RTL TVI have been a common company to deal with the advertising business. In Flanders, the new commercial broadcasting corporate VTM soon ousted the BRT from its position as market leader. With only 1 television channel, the VTM has higher viewing rating than the BRTN with 2 channels, and it is not only the BRTN which has seen its rating slump. All Dutch channels have also felt the pinch of many of the viewer defects to VTM. Today, in 1992, VTM rating have already risen to 40 to 45%. There is a similar picture in Wallonia, where the Public Broadcasting Corporation have been upstaged by the commercial RTL TVI, and both public and commercial broadcasting in Wallonia also faces strong competition from abroad in the shape of the French commercial channel TF1, Antenne 2, FR3. The German-speaking regions of Belgium has its own autonomous broadcasting corporation for radio, but not for television. End of the chapter. So, the next chapter is living in democracy. So, bye-bye.